To roast the chicken, you can simply follow the lesson on basic roast chicken and place the bird into a suitable size roasting pan. Or you can raise the bird by placing it into a roasting pan that is lined with a rack. Roasting racks raise the chicken above the juices and allow the heat to completely circulate the bird. This will help it to cook more evenly while crisping up the entire skin. V-racks work particularly well, especially if you plan to turn the chicken during cooking, as it will hold it in the proper position. If the rack is not non-stick, lightly spray with a coating of oil. Note: if you plan to deglaze to make a pan sauce or gravy, the roasting pan must be sturdy and the bottom should be thick enough to withstand the high heat of the stovetop. Stainless steel or cast iron work extremely well for this, whereas flimsy pans like this will only bubble and warp when heated on the stovetop. For crispier skin and even cooking, place the chicken onto one side. Cooking the chicken this way exposes the dark meat of the legs, which take longer to cook than the breast, to the direct heat. At the same time, it protects the lean breast meat from overcooking. This method basically works in the same manner as a rotisserie, as it helps to redistribute the flow of internal juices and heat, ensuring an evenly cooked bird throughout. For even heat and color, especially if raised on a V-rack, the bird should roast in the middle of the oven and not be too close to the top, so adjust the oven rack as necessary. To roast the chicken, the oven should be preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 205 degrees Celsius. When transferring the chicken to the oven, the breast should preferably be facing the oven door. By having the breast face the door, rather than the intense heat at the back of the oven, this will cook the breast meat at a slower rate. Roast for approximately 20 to 30 minutes. Once the first side has started to brown, remove from the oven, making sure to quickly close the oven door so the oven does not lose too much heat. Using paper towels or clean cloths, carefully turn the bird onto the other side. At this point, some water or stock can be added to the pan just to cover the bottom. This will prevent the dripping fat and juices from burning. It is important to protect the souks, especially if you plan to make a pan sauce later. Rotate the chicken so the breast is facing the door and roast for another 20 to 30 minutes, or just until the skin begins to brown on that side. Remove the chicken from the oven and reduce the heat to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 degrees Celsius. The lower heat will help prevent the breast from overcooking and the skin from burning during the final stages of cooking. Now turn the bird breast side up, basting with any juices below. Continue to roast for another 15 to 30 minutes. Note: when roasting any chicken, if the skin seems to be getting a bit too dark before it is fully cooked through, don't worry. Just lay a piece of foil over top to deflect the direct heat. Cook the chicken until a thermometer inserted into the thickest part of the thigh reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius, or until the thigh juices run clear. Alternatively, cut between the breast and the leg to see that the juices and meat are no longer pink. Once cooked, transfer the chicken and rack to a tray. Loosely tent with foil, making sure to vent the top so the skin stays crispy. Let the chicken rest for 10 to 15 minutes while you make a pan sauce or gravy, if desired.